Okay, we're recording on YouTube now.
Oh, we are?
Just now.
Okay. We got everybody in now?
Yeah, there's nobody else waiting. I was looking for Kevin Matner. I don't know if he's on with us or not. This is first.
Okay.
I know for sure he was going to join us.
All right, I'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Rhea County Regional Planning Commission meeting for Thursday, December the 17th, 2020 at 5:30 p.m. This is a Zoom virtual meeting. Under Executive Order number 65 by the Governor of the State of Tennessee, we do have the ability to have electronic meetings. Please remember to mute your device if you're not speaking. Please state your name before you make a statement for our clerk to be able to take the minutes. And also remember, each one of our votes will have to be done by roll call vote. With that being said, do we have quorum, Madam Secretary? We do, don't we? We do. All right. And the next item up will be approval of minutes from previous meeting. Chair will entertain a motion.
Jeff McDaniel, move to approve.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second, Shane Clark.
I have a motion and a second. Do I have any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, Madam.
Jim Reed,
Yes.
Shane Clark,
Yes.
Tommy Ballard,
Yes.
Jeff McDaniel,
Yes.
Tommy Snyder,
Yes.
Billy Thedford,
Yes.
Teresa Congeloso. Yes.
All righty, moving on in. Do we have Kevin Matner here or Christian Metters? Seeing neither one just yet, we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. We'll come back to that one. Bob Haynes, subdivision final plat, the RLS group, Michael Lloyd.
Sorry, yes, this is Chuck Penn with the RLS Group, substituting in for Michael Lloyd.
Okay. Chad, do you have an updated version?
Yes, this is the version with the corrections. I looked at the version that he sent us. All the corrections have been made. That is this one here. One thing that had to be added was the approval for the septic system on lot 1. So that certificate has been added and all the other minor changes have been updated. So staff recommends approval.
Chair will entertain a motion to refer to staff for signatures.
So moved, Billy Tedford.
Have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second, Tommy Ballard, second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, ma'am.
Jim Reed,
Yes, ma'am.
Tommy Snyder,
Yes.
Billy Thedford,
Yes.
Shane Clark,
Yes.
Tommy Ballard,
Yes.
Jeff McDaniel,
Yes.
Teresa Congeloso. Yes.
Next item up is Cedar Creek Patio Homes, lots 1 through 17, preliminary plat, AD Engineering.
Is Wyatt Weeham here?
Do we have anybody representing Cedar Creek?
Yes, Wyatt Wehunt is on with us.
Okay. Chad, I see that you've approved as presented. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir, that's correct. And I've looked at everything and they've converted all of these here over to patio home lots and it meets all of your minimum standards. And I didn't find any issues with this preliminary plat and recommend approval.
Chair will entertain a motion for approval.
So moved, Billy Tedford.
Have a motion to have a second.
Shane Clark, second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, ma'am.
Jim Reed,
Yes.
Shane Clark,
Yes.
Billy Tedford,
Yes.
Tommy Ballard,
Yes.
Jeff McDaniel,
Yes.
Tommy Snyder,
Yes.
Teresa Congeloso, yes.
Next item is Countryside Estates lots 19 through 20. Catherine Wilkie, final plat, Doc Smith survey.
I'll just go ahead and take this one. James is on with us, but there was only one minor correction. This is the corrected plat. Everything has been corrected on it. Staff recommends it be referred to staff for signatures.
Chair will entertain a motion.
So moved.
So
Billy.
moved, Jeff McDaniel.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Tommy Snyder, second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I need to recuse myself from this one, Jim. That's a sale of mine I have going on right now.
Okey-dokey. So when it comes time for you to vote, just vote pass, please.
Okay. All right. Jim Reed,
Yes.
Shane
Yes.
Clark, Jeff McDaniel,
Yes.
Tommy Snyder,
Yes.
Billy Tedford,
Yes.
Tommy Ballard.
Yes.
I have Billy Tedford twice, so okay. I think that's it. Teresa Congeloso, pass.
Sorry about that, folks. That was a 635 bowling through Spring City then. Next item was Harvey Keeler, Charles Turner subdivision, final plat, Doc Smith survey.
There were no issues with this plat. They are abandoning one property line and moving one to the south. It had all the appropriate signature blocks, so I would recommend it be referred to staff for signatures.
Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve. So move.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second, Jeff McDaniel.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, ma'am.
Jim Reed,
Yes.
Tommy Ballard,
Yes.
Jeff McDaniel,
Yes.
Shane Clark,
Yes.
Tommy Snyder,
Yes.
Billy Tedford,
Yes.
Teresa Congeloso, yes.
Next item is Della Thomas, William Dallas Hale subdivision, final plat, Doc Smith survey.
One thing that was missing from this was the signature block for T-Deck lot. I don't think it has a number here, but the 1.0482 acre tract was going to require approval by T-Deck. That plat has been modified with that signature block added, so I'd recommend it be referred to staff for signatures.
Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion
So
by
moved,
Tommy
Billy.
Snyder.
I have a motion. To have a second?
Second, Billy Tedford.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, ma'am.
Okay, Jim Reed,
Yes, ma'am.
Shane Clark,
Yes.
Jeff McDaniel,
Yes.
Tommy Snyder,
Yes.
Tommy Ballard,
Yes.
Billy Tedford,
Yes.
Teresa Congeloso, yes.
Next item is Barbara Roberts subdivision, final plat, Doc Smith survey.
This one had two minor corrections. One was to the certificate for sewer service that mentioned water. Another was just for a minor spelling error. Both of those have been corrected on this plat, so staff recommends it be referred to staff for signatures. The other thing to note, there is a variance that is needed on this one. It is for lot 1, and that's for the encroachment into the front setbacks off of New Union Road and Bishop Road. And I'd also recommend approval of those.
Chair will entertain a motion to refer to staff for signatures with a variance for the existing structures.
So move, Tommy Ballard.
I have a motion. To have a second?
Second, Billy Tedford.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, ma'am.
Jim Reed,
Yes.
Tommy Ballard,
Yes.
Billy Tedford,
Yes.
Shane Clark,
Yes.
Jeff McDaniel,
Yes.
Tommy Snyder,
Yes.
Teresa Congeloso, yes.
Next item is Summerfield subdivision lots 13 and 32, final plat, Doc Smith survey.
This one required a revision to show the approximate limits of the flood zone. That's what I had in this little drawing down here. He also had the existing septic system certificate, and on the corrected plat, it didn't show any other change. So I'm not 100% sure if there's one there, but he did add in the flood zone.
They're building a house and they have a septic permit already.
Okay, good deal. So in that case, I would recommend it be referred to staff for signatures with corrections having been made.
All right. Chair will entertain a motion to refer to staff.
So moved, Jeff McDaniel.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second, Billy Thetford.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, ma'am.
Jim Reed,
Yes.
Jeff McDaniel,
Yes.
Tommy Ballard,
Yes.
Tommy Snyder,
Yes.
Billy Thedford,
Yes.
Teresa Congeloso, yes.
Next item is number 9, River Mist lots 74 through 75, replat. Jonathan Payne, final plat, Doc Smith survey.
This one's just abandoning a property line between these two parcels. The only thing I didn't notice that needed to still be added on this was the private road certificate for the River Mist Pass.
I went and looked at that plat today and it does have a private road as labeled, but I couldn't find anywhere on the plat that anything was labeled private.
I just know it's been private from years ago when this subdivision's been platted, and every revision we've had since is always labeled them as private roads, because I think it has a gate, doesn't it?
I know it does on one side.
Yeah. So that's the only thing this plat needs is the private road certificate.
I called the the highway department yesterday and today, and I haven't gotten a response yet. So,
Well, I'm gonna give you an answer on how it stands. If it's got a gate, James,
yeah,
it's not a county road.
Not a county road.
You cannot gate a county road because we've already had that come up where they gated a subdivision
right.
and we took away their county road status. Tommy, correct me if I'm wrong. You only did that for 38 years.
Yeah, this subdivision here was never approved as county because it come under foreclosure or something before it happened. So it's
Okay.
private.
So James, we will need to add that on there then.
Okay, no problem.
All right, Chair will entertain a motion to refer to staff for signatures with adding a private road signature, private road certificate. Is that okay, Chad?
Yes.
So moved, Billy.
All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Shane Clark, second.
I have a motion and a second. That's for refer to staff for signatures with private road added, certificate added.
Okay,
Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, ma'am.
Jim Reed,
Yes.
Tommy Snyder,
Yes.
Shane Clark,
Yes.
Tommy Ballard,
Yes.
Jeff McDaniel,
Yes.
Billy Thedford,
Yes.
Teresa Congeloso, yes.
All right, that takes care of all of those items.
Jim, I missed a Bob Haynes. What did
Bob Haynes was referred to staff for signatures.
I don't have anything on that. What about that Kevin Matner?
I haven't seen anybody show up for Kevin Matner.
Oh, okay. So I did Kevin Matner as our first one.
That was Bob Haynes.
I'm here.
Okay,
I'm here.
We'll get to you in just a minute, sir.
Yeah, Teresa for Bob Haynes, Billy Thedford made a motion, seconded by Tommy Ballard.
Yeah, I have that. I just put it in the wrong spot.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right, so that takes care of everything that we had on the agenda. There was 2 through number 9. So now we will go back to number 1, and Mr. Matner has answered my question. So he's here to let me say this. James, are you still with us?
Yes, sir.
James, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, buddy. Thank you for everything.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, James.
All right, Kevin Matner subdivision, final plat, Christian Meters subdivision. Go ahead, Chad.
Okay, I I know the actual plat has more signatures on it. This was just a copy that I have. There is a road certificate on there for a public road that's not needed, so that can just be NA'd, Teresa, when you get this to sign. But there were no issues with it other than that one certificate, so I'd recommend it be referred to staff for any final signatures that are needed.
Yeah, I actually have his plat. He came and dropped it to my office. And it has all the signatures but mine and the road supervisor.
Yeah,
So we're
and
going to NA the road supervisor.
Yes,
Okay.
it's not necessary since it's an existing public road.
Okay.
So that being said, we'll refer to staff for signatures, or we'll just go ahead and sign it.
You can go ahead and
Go
sign it.
ahead and sign it.
Well, since you already have it, we'll just,
Approved as presented.
motion. We will entertain a motion to accept as presented.
So moved, Billy.
Have a motion to have a second.
Second, Jeff McDaniel.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, ma'am.
Okay. Jim Reed,
Yes, ma'am.
Billy Thedford,
Yes, ma'am.
Jeff McDaniel,
Yes.
Shane Clark,
Yes.
Tommy Ballard,
Yes.
Tommy Snyder,
Yes.
Teresa Congeloso, yes.
All righty. Thank you, Mr. Mattner. Mr. Mattner, have a wonderful Christmas. And Teresa, you have made arrangements with Mr. Mattner for him to pick that back up. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, good.
I'll
Thank
have it
you.
at my office tomorrow.
All right. Do we have any?
I'll pick it up in the afternoon. I appreciate it. Sorry, I
Thank
was a
you,
little
sir.
bit late.
Hey, no problem, Mr. Mattner.
Have a Merry Christmas.
You too, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Chad, that leaves it down to us and the one final thing that I have here. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to represent this. We had a little bit of a mix-up, and this item is coming to you tonight. Chad has it. It is a survey and boundary line agreement to correct the unsure boundaries with conflicting descriptions between Ralph Clay Porter, Steve Randolph, and Mark Allen Arnold, and Ralph Clay Porter, Steve Randolph, and Mark Allen Arnold Morgan. And what this is a one deed said one thing, the other deed said another thing. And so what they're doing is they're making a correction, and the property line is going with one of the deeds, and they have signed also an agreement, a 4-page agreement that notes this out as well. Now, Chad, is there anything that you wish to add to that before we get into your layout of what needs to go on this piece of paper?
No, I think that covers it.
Okay. Now, Chad, here's my question. There's some signature lines that are going to have to go on here more than the surveyor. Is that not correct?
Correct. We need the ownership certificate. 911 is always required when we do a plat. We really don't need anything for septic for the minor change that they're doing there. Just kind of certifying those boundaries and making the deeds correct, but really just an ownership, 911, and Planning Commission Secretary certificate should cover it.
All right. So if it would, does anybody have any questions? If it would please the commission here, we'll refer this to staff, entertain a motion to refer to staff with the corrections of ownership signature lines, 911 signature lines, and Planning Commission Secretary signature lines.
So move, Shane Clark.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Tommy Snyder, second.
I have a motion and a second. Do I have any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, ma'am.
Jim Reed,
Yes.
Shane Clark,
Yes.
Jeff McDaniel,
Yes.
Tommy Ballard,
Yes.
Tommy Snyder,
Yes.
Billy Thedford,
Pass.
and Teresa Congeloso. Yes.
Okay, and Teresa, I know I went fast on that, but that was to refer to staff for signatures with the addition of an ownership signature lines, 911 signature lines, and Plan Commission Secretary signature lines.
Okay, I got everything but the 911 and myself.
Okay. All right. I know this has been, we kind of
Okay,
moved fast.
what I didn't get on that, Jim, was what are we calling this plat? Like, I don't have a name for it. And it was to correct a boundary line dispute, right?
It is a survey and boundary line agreement to correct an unsure boundary line with conflicting descriptions between Ralph Porter, Steve Randolph, and Mark Morgan.
Okay.
And you type a whole lot faster than I do, so I'm sure you can get that all typed in.
I think I got it.
And the surveyor was Boynton Surveying and Engineering.
Okay.
Now, does anybody else have any properly presented new or old business?
Are we putting that under properly presented new business, or would you rather have it somewhere else?
It's under new business.
Okay.
Anybody have any properly presented business to be heard before the business of the Planning Commission?
I can't think of anything except Merry Christmas.
Folks, we've had a weird year. We went through this 10 items tonight fast, and it is because of the outstanding work that our regional planner is doing. Chad, we appreciate you. You're always there at the other end of the phone to answer the questions. And most people would never realize how busy the Planning Commission is in Rhea County. We all field questions constantly. I appreciate each and every one of you and the job that you've done and being dedicated to the Zoom meetings. Jeff there might be breaking 27 traffic laws. I'm not certain.
No, I'm sitting still. I'm in a parking lot.
But I do appreciate you. I hope every one of you has a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year. And please stay safe and remember that we are in a bad situation right now with our COVID in the state of Tennessee. And if we have nothing else, Chad, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. Merry Christmas. Stay
Motion to
safe.
adjourn.
I have a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Folks, everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, brother.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Who made that motion to adjourn?
Shane Clark.
I still didn't hear that. Shane.
Shane.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.